Hello everyone, welcome back. This is our next episode. So let us start. Black box starts really down there, and then we didn't break nothing. Then after that we accumulated another. Then that's a save. That is a save. Stop loss up there. As you can see, this is a zoomed in chart, just like this. Okay, zoomed out, zoomed in. So the zoomed in chart should be your stop loss should be at the list at the half of the next grid. This is the first compartment, right? That's a 5%. This is the second compartment, right? Should be half of the next grid compartment. The correct one is at the next grid. Why? It's because look, this one traded halfway, right? So you gotta put your stop loss at halfway of the next grid. It's simple as that. This thing is showing you everything, bro. Where to place your stop loss and where to place your tip. It's simple. Simple. As you can see. That right there is not a stop loss hand. I mean, it could be a stop hand for others who are putting it just above the height, but for us, no, this is not stop hand. So this right here, my friend, is a retest. Why? Because this TP2 is down there. TP2 is not touched. TP2 not touched. Okay. So what does it mean? That there's no cycle asset. So I'm gonna say that one. I'll say that one. Once I see this week, this candle week, it was trading down. Then afterwards, at last, it ended up in bullish candle. Right there, I would down in the share, putting my support just above the halfway. Why? It traded halfway in this compartment. In the next compartment is free. That is where your support should be. Okay, just like highs. And really dumped. That's a key thing. It's a key. It is key. Okay, it is better to minimize your lot size and put your stop loss at appropriate place than maximizing your lot size and aiming to place your stop at the highest. That's never gonna work. Okay. I have said that you can put your stop loss at the highest, at a little bit space high, but not most of the time. Not all the time. I'm sorry. All the time it does not work that. So it's better to put it this way, the right way, than to be sorry. Okay. It, why do you have to overcomplicate this thing, bro? It's simple. It is simple as hell, bro. What the hell? So next thing, this thing, I'm dumped. Two, tip it down there. Look at tip it what happened. Complete reverse happened. So you enter the sell, retest. That's your stop loss at break. Now, this sell until TP3 is it. This sell right there that you sold will never be touched. You cannot touch that one. Why? It is because TP3 has to be hit in order to move your stop loss to give it a room. So any price swing will not get you out of the trade. So that's exactly what happened. This is a black box, another black box. Are you gonna sell this one? Maybe. Where is your stop loss should be? At the grid. Why? Look, this high is at the grid. So it should be at the grid too. What the high I'm mimicking what the high or the low are doing. Simple as that. And then I'm gonna sell this one. Bam. So when you use a body TP1 and TP2 is nailed. What does it mean? Take partials. TP3 what does it mean? Take partials and trade your stop. Okay, since we are trading based off of two candles, not the third candle, so we cannot look, we cannot trade our stop yet. So we already took partials at TP, I'm sorry, at TP3. If we are trading the two candles black box, our partial should be at TP3. Okay. It is at TP3. Price sale, not at TP2. Maximum price. Rise what do you do? You take partial, you don't touch your stop loss. Because this price has high probability that it is gonna collapse for more. So your stop loss still up there, you are safe. Okay. And you took 30% off, you are safe mentally. There is no button. Right? Then next thing what happened? Another black box happened. That is a buy up there. Up there is a buy. Okay. Up there I'm gonna buy the shit stop loss as the next grid. Simple, simple. So I had a sale up there and I had a sale for 61 to down there and up there. I had a sale down there to 3 sales, right? So this sale and this sale, you make TP1, TP2, TP3 was not hit for this one, so I'm not going to move that stop loss up there. Where is your stop loss? Halfway. Why? This black box high is halfway. So my stop loss has to be one compartment above halfway. Okay. And then what happened? So my stop loss would be hit for this one and for this sale. I already took partial, so I don't care. I don't even care, bro. I made money. So right there, I am already in a buy mode here. So even if I lose up there, this buy will cover it for sure. And if, to make matters worse, this is the third model. What does the third model say? It is gonna freaking move like crazy. When I see people trade the third model, see the third model, and get confused, I laugh, bro. Just to see how my black box has performed, I would see other traders like live streaming, and I'll try to judge based off of the principle. I'll try to judge what they are doing, their emotions, what they are missing, what is in front of them, and they are not taking a trade because they don't know. They just simply don't know. So it's just crazy. It's crazy. So and I see how powerful the black box is every time, bro. Not 100%. Most of the time the black box delivers. And when it is the third model, bro, and we have TP2 that is delivered inefficient, oh my goodness. This is TP1. Anyways, this is most likely TP2. I think TP2 was not hit. If it was hit, I don't care, I'm gonna buy again. Why? I'm gonna aim TP3. I told you the ultimate TP is TP3. It is not TP2. TP2 is the minimum. It is a minimum. The ultimate is TP3. Don't take my word for it. Go out and prove. I was I was backtesting. I was looking at dollar yen, the 12 months time frame, bro. And I was trying to see where it might be heading next. The 12 months time frame. It turns out that it has TP2 12 months time for a black box. And now it is heading to the upside, right? And I went down to the 6 months time frame. And I saw that there is undelivered TP2. It is the price is trading close to it, really close. It's coming up. So I put horizontal line up there and labeled it 6 months time frame black box, TP2. Okay, so that I know where the price is gonna gravitate because of higher time frame. That's time frame. More than anyone else, we are very, very accurate on our draw on price, draw on liquidity, whatever you wanna call it, where the price might gravitate. That is crazy. No one has No one has an idea, a faintest idea what the hell is going on. We as entrepreneurs, bro. And once this thing gets out, bro, everyone is gonna talk about this. Everyone, every single person, including your gurus, your respected gurus will talk about this shit. I'm telling you, I promise you, I'm promising you. All I care is I make money out of it. I'm trading. I don't care if they talk or if they don't talk. That's not my business. It's not gonna help me in any way, bro. Right? All I care is if I make money, I don't care about no one else. I don't care about nothing else. All I want to do is make money out of this strategy. That's it. That's it. I'm not gonna finesse. I'm not gonna flash or flex. Wow, the black box is crazy. Not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. And then what happened here? You measure your since these are weeks, you're gonna use the second highest week. That is rising. And the second lowest week. That is rising from the three. The three candles are the most important piece of information you could get. Three of them. Everywhere you see, everyone talks about the three fractals. Everyone talks about the three candles, fair value. Everyone talks about the power of three. Okay, it is all about three. That three has a magic, bro. That three has some secrets that we don't even know yet. It's powerful. So I'm just tapping. I'm just tapping the layers, the upper layer, superficial. It's just superficial. So when this thing delivered, beautiful. Where is it going? When I'm buying it, I'm thinking about this one's TP baby, TP1, TP2. So it turns out TP1 was not it for this one, TP2 was not it for this one. That is why you are seeing that price gravitate from down there to up there and then start dumping. That is why. Finally decoded it. Finally. I was going nuts. I was gonna hit myself, bro. I wasted 3+ years and I don't know nothing. I was trading the classical black box, just this one. The whole thing, this whole thing was a black box. And I was waiting for a break out and then I would sell down there and then put my stop loss. I would look at the risk and it would come back up. Still, I managed to get 45% profit from that $20 account. That's for a demonstration, bro. Not to get rich off of that. It's just for the demonstration. It's a live account. Really, it's a real account, and I'll never delete that. It is on my Facebook. It's all there. I'll check that out. But now it has doubled to 92% also. It's because I'll show you next. I'll show you next this proof that I was using this moving average, as you can see, this band of moving average, because I wanted to. I didn't know about the two candles black. If I had known about that shit, bro, that account would have been, I don't know, 100% or 150% return, bro. It's a huge potential. But I didn't know about that in the black box that I was using, just like this. So this whole was a black box. This whole thing was a black box, as you can see. This whole thing was a black box. It was all confusing. And I lost money. And so I changed gears. I changed strategy, which you should never do. It should never do. So I changed strategy to that I have never backtested before. I saw some ways that price supported, resisted, support, then resisted, boom, this pump, and finally I tried to trade with it. And mind you, when I enter a buy up there, I would put my stop loss down there. It's because The bandits has to. So bandits have the barriers. So I have to put my suppers up there and put mine down there. It's all risky. And as you can see here, even after, as you can see after, if you are selling it, look, it went really up there and dump it again down there too. It didn't support it, so it's just like it doesn't work in the ranging markets. It's so crazy. So immediately I will lose that account. I mean, I entered. And the other reason is the risks that I took. On that 20 bucks account, I entered US 30 for 0.1 loss. US 30. The freaking US. Nasdaq. Gold. I entered. I think I didn't enter gold because it was, my margin was not enough. But I entered GJ, bro. Aussie yen, bro. Dollar yen, that's crazy. And these all yen pairs, 5 of them in row, that should not have happened. So some of them was the others lost. So it is now at $2. That account is almost below. So that's the reason. That's the reason. So let's get back again. Then after this thing got bumped, so now I know that this thing is gravitating back up to TP2, which is up there. Went up, really. It went up. So now you took partials everything and it trailed yourself to break even, you don't care. Then I think next thing out of nowhere it started raining, it started dumping. It started dumping. The problem is this thing didn't deliver to his platform. It didn't come. It came near but it didn't. So that is not a buy. I'll never enter a buy. I will only enter a buy right there. That is the silver zone or the golden zone, which is down there. Simple as that. It's simple as that. Therefore, there is no entry, nothing. So before that, we had a loss. But I'm not entering this. It's because of look, stop loss, not will happen. But I'm gonna use for the P projection. So the P nailed it down there. It is dead. This is dead. So right here, the market is still accumulating. So I'm gonna wait. Again, I'm not gonna enter a sale or a buy. Consequences, the range is high. I'm not interested in the retest. So it's the retest here. We're trying to buy after breaking that. Okay, that's the whole thing. That's the whole idea. Excuse me. And then what happened? That's the whole thing. Let's go to Europe. So finding a black box there. I think we had a break in the structure. The 2.5% is broken, most likely. As you can see. So most likely I would have sold that one. Okay, that would have been sold. Would have sold that one. And then put my stop as the next compartment that's upset. Okay, that is upset. Then so market reverse direction. So in the two candles way we are in selling mode. We broke and we came up. But in the three candles way it's a real breakout. So we pumped. The beautiful thing here is here is it offered retest down there. It came really down. So that I wouldn't mind buying that shit because TP2 is really huge. TP1 and TP2 is most likely up there. So really huge. So based off of the return, I would be interested in buying. So this is the return. The reward, this is my risk. That's 1, 2, 3. So directly buying the shit would be too risky. Okay, directly buying that would be too risky. You would use the one for zero, you can risk one for it, or you can wait for it, just like there, that happens, that's it, buy. Beautiful buy, that's it, buy. And then the price really pumped it went up like crazy. The final riser found it to stop. There we found another black box, pumped it up again. So rising out of those ashes because look, this is a black box. TP1, TP2 is upside. Okay, believe it or not, it's upside. So the fact that price went up into the TP2 gives me an opportunity to enter back down there. This whole area. Okay, yeah. This whole area is a buy area. Right there. This is a price jumped finally looked bullish candle. So you can buy that one down there. Put your stop loss down there at the next compartment. And then you aim for the bit which is upside. Okay. So price made the hook, closed and opened and moved up. So as you can see, since it has moved a lot and it traded from the golden zone, so we can trade your stock upside at breaking and take partial. Look, that's halfway, it's moved a lot. Right there you take partial. Right at the bit you take partial. Simple. Trade your stock. Next thing what happens is thing jumped out of nowhere. So without hitting TP2, it wanted to hit TP2 down there. Okay, that's your core. That's TP1, it's TP2 right there nailed. Okay, beautiful. So right there after that what happened? We found another platform. But really we didn't break 2.5%, so I'm not interested in selling. But when we get closer, look, we broke, we retested, and we moved for this TP2 as down there. Exactly, he didn't. They didn't ever went a tick down. So hit TP2, look, that is genocide right there. That is a war zone, that's crazy. Okay, out of nowhere that happened. But since that didn't break, I would have appreciated some little movements and dump the downside, but it didn't do that, so I'm not interested anymore. I'm gonna wait for the next black box. It's okay. So what happened is we found another one, we didn't break it. We found another one, we didn't break it. And there we did buy that shit. That's your risk, that's your reward. Want to do this. Okay, buy it. When I see this kind of thing, I would buy it, bro. Look, you'd buy that. Why wouldn't you buy that? You gotta buy that one. You cannot buy this. This is huge. You can buy this. This is small black box. Even if it has a weight, it's not very long. The next thing got happened. I don't know why the price just uh, collapsed and continued movement gap, collapsed again, hit the black box riser, that's the third model, and moved up. Told you that this place is 70% bounce off. This place price bounces off this. So I told you. Then what happened? I really don't know why this thing pumped up. Okay. There is no black box up there. There's nothing. I don't know why. Maybe TP3 is beautifully nailed. It's actually up there, TP3, right there. There's no point in moving up. Maybe there was a black box. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There has to be a reason. I told you, and I found it. Right there. And there's a freaking black box, right? It's freaking in front of us, and we missed it. So crazy. Let's do hope this TP1 will be upset. If it would be a little bit up, TP3 is up. So they really went for TP3 bro. They really came down there bro. Down there. And that's a big number. Maybe if you want to see it that way, but I don't even care. I I I, I don't even see as the numbers. I don't care if it is big or small. I don't care bro. That's your business. You can complicate things, but I will never do that. I will never. So exactly right, that's my buy. That is my buy. Okay. It's because I know we are already moving up. Look, it's a huge change of direction. That's a change of character. Huge break rising from bearish to bullish rising. So what does that mean? It means we are aiming for typically this one. That right there, my friend. It's a freaking buy. That's a freaking buy, bro. Stop loss at the next compartment and based off of this. Okay. I'm sorry, not based off of this. I'm sorry. Because this is the main player here. This is the main player, not this. So based off of this, it should be at the next compartment right there, down there. Okay, so this thing buy risk reward is up there. That's 1 to 7 or something. The market really panic. That's exactly what I did. Look, I bought even if it is 1 micro because of the 20 bucks account. It's a 20 buck account, so I cannot risk 1 lot on that shit, bro. So crazy. That would be crazy. And then what happened? On the other platforms here. That even gives you another confidence that this market is gonna pump. I measure this. TP1 is up there and TP2 is beyond my phone, so I can't even draw it. It's gonna move up, so my buy down there and my buy up there. I mean my buy up there would be out it because TP3 is hit and break even my stop loss for short. But my buy downs will never be touched. And I told you the reason why after the price has moved a lot and tried to break even. I told you the price didn't even come near. So that's beautiful. That's £0. By the way, let's go to the next one. The next thing we have, oh my god, bro. I don't know why. Just my back. My back hurts. No, bro. I mean, I, I used to lift weights, but now since I started this job, I'm still broke. I am. I forgot about it all because I spend all the day, even uh, including the 9 hours, because I work for over. I mean, for overtime. There is overtime. I cover when people go to lunch. I cover it. Not all of it. There is a shift. Just for to make more money, right? And that sometimes not gonna matter because I'll make my decision and make trading full time. Simple as that. Simple as that. Seeing this bro, your hopes are in the sky, bro. Your hopes are launching in high. Your hopes will be. So there is no black box down there. Only see. You cannot get this kind of clean black box right? I mean clean price right? You cannot get always. If that was the case, everyone would be making money. Look, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Look, it never looked. Look, there's no week at all, bro. But and it is a 1 hour time frame, bro. So it's not 1 minute. So there's another black box. Let's see. Yeah, that's a black box. I'm looking for the second kind of body to see if it is inside this bar or if it didn't trade inside this bar, if it didn't close inside this bar, I would not be interested in because it is not enough. but right here it is. So up there might be a little bit. That's why that's a huge risk that directly buy. That is totally different. Okay, totally different. So how to not be interested in buying this one? Yeah, of course, if it is lower time frames like 15 minutes, I would be buying that shit because it keeps us more compared to the 1 hour. As we know, the 1 hour time frame candle contains 4 times 15 minutes. 4 candles to make one big candle. So 15 minutes and lower, I would be trading sure. Otherwise, no entry, bro. No thank you. And then what happened? Nothing happens. So price is dumping. Middle TP1, TP2. TP2 is most likely it, I think. So that's why price is dumping. If you see a reaction, that is a key level, bro. Because the price has found a key level. That's why. And I guess has found to oxygen. The previous one was shopping. So the same thing here. What is it? It's a black box. And you cannot interact it. It's simply because look right there. The week didn't trade at least 23.6% of the Fibonacci. Then you may look. It didn't even touch the body, so I'm not interested in selling that shit. I'm only interested in this one. Sell that shit. Put your stuff at the next compartment and wait for the bid. As you can see, you can use the wicks because they are equal and the bodies are almost nothing. TP1, TP2 is down there. That's why you are seeing that wick down there. TP2 is down there. Does that look? Start hammer. Simple as that. Take partials and don't touch the stop loss yet. Don't touch the stop loss yet. Then there's a lot of this. Backworks, TP1 will grab, TP2 will grab. Okay. That's why we are seeing this consolidation again. TP2 is critical. It is critical. The not happened to found anything happening there. Okay. There is no sale. But down there is a sale. There we didn't break. Down there we did break. I might have sold it. Yeah, I might have sold it. Sale. Stop loss is above this high because that's a new high at the next compartment. Okay, so brother. And so the price pumped. That might be a loss. Okay. We lost entry. So these kinds of huge risks can be used, eliminated, minimized by using 140 model. 140 okay, that means you have to cut your normal size, your normal lot size into 140, okay, for quarter. Then you need to not be sure. So anyways, after the circuit and last formula, this is a real breakout boom. I think pump. Look. And in the after that's risky run. So I'm gonna wait for a retest. So I haven't got any retest, there is no retest at all. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna wait or check other currency pairs. It's simple as that. So you will not always win though. There is a loss. There will be a loss. Something like this one. Like this one. Then next, what happened? We tried to break but we didn't, so there is no sale. There is no sale there. What about the buy? I'm not gonna buy it. If I end up there and putting myself at the next compartment, it's not gonna work. So what I should do is I'm gonna measure the TP1 and TP2, then wait for the price to retrace back to hit TP3 because it already hit TP2, so it's okay. Next thing we have dollar yen, as you can see, dollar yen. So that thing dampened, that's a sell down. And then before hitting TP2, it retested, that's another sell upside. So still has the next compartment. Okay, alright. Then TP2 hit, take partials for the retest, put break it, just stop loss. Okay, then what happened? There is a black box, but I cannot trade it. I can't trade this shit. I can't trade this because it is way too much risk. So there is no way. And there is no entry for this one. So I'm gonna simply see what it is doing. So it's gonna be pumped without fail. That's crazy. So it already made the third model. I told you that the third model is gonna be crazy. It will be crazy. So next thing what happened? We accumulated again there. 3, but there is no entry at all. There was no entry. There we can consider entering. I said that that's risky too. That is very risky too. That's why 1 hour time frame it has a huge peak. So that's why people are trading the 5 minute. People are trading the 1 minute even. If your spread, if the spread is not too much, you can trade the 1 minute too. It's gonna be a lot of noise. It's gonna be a lot of black boxes, but you can do that. And then this thing dumped. So you can use a wick, the second highest wick for the breaking candle. You can use 2 candles. STP1 and STP2 down there. I told you for the breaking candle you take partials at TP6. Okay. So what happened exactly? Then I know now that this price is gonna move like crazy. If it retests up there, I will be selling that shit. 2 down there. Why TP2 is found down there, right? So TP2 is right, so I'm gonna sell that shit up there and I'm gonna milk the market. I will milk it, bro. I will milk it. So that's exactly what happened. For dollar. The next thing is euro dollar. It is euro dollar. So there was a sell up there. Sell that shit up there. So price sell up there. Boom. Delivered. You use this. You trail your stops because the bid was it. Look, you use a bodies TP1, TP2, TP3. Right there. Do you do? Take partials at TP2, take partials at TP3. The stop to break even. Simple. And that thing comes back. Made another black box. This is a black box. I'm not gonna enter that. TP1, TP2. Right. So I would be interested in buying if the price had dumped down there for move for an upside move. Then another black box made where there 1, 2, 3 and this time bump it. I don't consider that as a break, but it is supported and tried to move up. So we can use this possibility up there. Then next what happened? We found another black box. And then inside that one we found another one. So I'm gonna buy that one. Stop loss to 1000 and the next compartment. Okay. That is the correct place, right place. But since it does not happen a lot, what does happen a lot is the price will not, most of the time it will not come above the 2.5%. Sometimes it will clear that 2.5% and come near your 5%. Okay, and the respect is in. But most of the time it respects the 2.5%. What does that mean? Means your stop loss can be put higher. You don't have to put to the next compartment, okay? Because that is it. Like the forge model. The forge. Did you see the forge model from this video? Did you encounter the forge model? Did you listen me say talk about the forge model? No. We have seen a dozen setups and there was no forge model at all. So it is like rare. So if we are dumping, pumping or dumping, so most likely the price would come down, take the low a little bit and then move up. That's it. Shake out everyone and move up. Take your stop loss. 2.5% will never be taken. So putting yourself as a grid and putting your stop loss at the next compartment halfway, because at low is at halfway is different. If you lose, you will lose too much money for 5%. That's money for 2.5%. So if price does not always come to the 5%, then I would rather be better off placing my stop at 2.5% than putting at 5% because it's rare. It will not hit that thing. If it hits, I'm okay because it is less money. It's less money. So that much. That's why I talk about placing yourself at 2.5%. At 5%, they are different. 2.5% means it is halfway of the 5%. It's less money basically. So finally, as soon as I entered, price started acting. So I said it's said again. I've said that place yourself at halfway. If it was 5%, you would place yourself at the next grid. But this is 2.5%, it's halfway. Do you see the difference? It's quite different. Then you would target TP1 at your entry at TP2. You can take shares at TP7. Only at TP3 you take shares. Then after the search band closes, you're gonna determine TP4, then 3 candles, TP1, TP2 most likely down. That's what price comes in in dumps or pumps. Deliberately. It's crazy. That's why I tell you, until the price hits TP3, you cannot take that stop loss from that 5% down. You cannot. Look, if you do that, look, this will get out of the without this one, you will miss it. So my stop loss will be hit there. It is no back because I have a boss action. I sold that one, so I'm running in profit for this one. For this one, I lost. This is the next one. Next thing was another plan. That's this one. So don't get me wrong, I would have boss action. For the buy or sell for your entry, you can use the 2.5%, just like the stop loss. Don't wait for the 5%. The real one is the 5%, but the 2.5% is enough. It is enough. It is enough. You can't wait for the 5%. 5% means, look, consider this. This is really got close to hitting the next grid, right? So, in theory, if you are trading the 5%, then that candle has to come down there and get real close to hitting that grid, because simply the black box is why black box is indeed what the law of the black box is where it is situated. But if I was trading 2.5%, the mind trade would be opposite. I would not wait for that grid to be broken, no way. So yeah, that's quite that's a difference. That's quite a difference. And then buy that one upset, a little bit up, sure, because it's high, prevents us from buying down. Stop loss halfway, 2.5%. Boom, a little bit profit. You use this to determine your ticket. This is 3 candles formation. So since the first candle broke, you can use a body. TP, TP2, TP7. What is the time? The time is move your stops. Take partials. So since your TP2 and your entry are in the same area, you cannot take partials there. There is no partials to take off. So you gotta wait for TP3 to be hit, take partials, trade your stop simple. You didn't lose money. You made money actually. Then this thing dumped, made another grab on this one. What are you gonna do with this? Are you gonna sell it? No, buddy, no. I could sell it then aiming TP2 down there because it never hit. If TP2 was hit, then I'm gonna aim for TP3 simple. Not sell that shit. If I see some movement, but as you can see, this thing dumped and pumped a little weak, then pumped. I don't want to see that one, bro. I gotta see weakness. I gotta see weakness. Okay? To make matters even good, you can go to the higher time frame for this one, zoom in and the lower time frame, and see if there is a breakage, like something like this high, low, take the high, take the low, and then a trade up there. That is where you enter. I don't care if there is a gap or not, I don't care. All you gotta is see it. This is the price. This is where we are going to. We are going up, right? This is the leg. Make a low. We wanna see the price. Make a low. Make a high. Take out the high. Make the low. Take out the low. That's where you know we are moving down. You don't see this one. Or to make matters simpler, you don't have to go to the lower time frames. All you have to see is look for advancement to the downside. Simple. That week is good, and we wanna see the next candle to be red, like weak. You wanna see weakness, so that's where you say aiming down there. That is your sale area. Boom. Simple. But since that didn't happen, it really went up and hit TP2 upside. Okay. Most likely it's TP2 is near it. Excuse me. TP1. So catch TP2. TP3 is still loading. So if price comes down there, not there, not there, down there. There is a difference there. Of course, the black box is this one, but I want it to come down there. So my stop loss will be down there, my entry up there, my take profit will be up there. That's unheard of. I've seen you these kinds of things play out where real example, live example, entering literally I showed you. Simple as that. So this is another thing that uh, makes sorry guys, that makes use of the second money that's breaking it. Look, this was the black box side. If you measure TP1, TP2, and TP3 was not hit, what does that mean? It means as soon as the price dumps down there, I'm gonna buy that shit. Just like I did here. And look what the price did. Let me show you. Where was it? Where was it? I think that was. No, that's not. That's not the right one. Where was it, bro? It was around it. So the price really went up. And there we go. There we go. That's the one. That is the one. That is the one. Look, I bought it when it was down there. Look at that shit. And look at where it is now. Where it is now. The problem is I trailed myself up there. I shouldn't have done that because the price might come down there, hit that block, and aim for this TP up there for another pulse, right? You can take partials, so your software should be there all the time, all the time, all the time. That's exactly what happened. This is the trade, and the trade I entered is which one? Was it this one? Yeah, this one. Exactly this one. As you can see, beautiful. So anyways, almost 50 minutes and I'm getting hungry. I gotta eat. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.